Good morning, crypto fam. IGTV, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're watching. Good morning. I am tired. I was out of bed a little bit late this morning. A little rush job here, get to work. I'm just under Piccadilly train station in Manchester. So, right, Ripple XRP versus Stellar XLM for cross-border payments. Let's talk about it a little bit. So I had a little look in as much as I could last night about IBM's blockchain on the Stellar network. And basically, it is for cross-border payments. It is going to use, or can use, Stellar lumens to facilitate cross-border payments. And what it actually says in WorldWire, it's called. So when you have a look at what I looked at, and I've shared a little bit of it on the Instagram in pictures. What I looked at, it was all one network, so it's all within the same network. So any bank, institution or payment provider that signs up to that network can use this system and protocol that can use XLM, can use a CBDC of the institution or bank that joins it. So if a central bank jumps on and they issue a CBDC onto it, there will be a liquidity pool of that CBDC. There'll be a liquidity pool of XLM, and there'll likely be a liquidity pool of other coins, XRP 100% being one of them. It brings me to a little analogy of like when people start talking about, oh, who's going to end up the coin, who's going to end up the coin. Well, we all know at the moment and for the last year and that, the only one that's ever seemed like doing it is XRP. The one thing to note for the UK, for example, TV network providers, there's not just one. There was one big one at first, Sky TV, and then it branched out to others. You end up with 9X, ends up NTL, ends up Virgin Media. Then you've got like, you can get BT Home Hub now that's got BT TV on with BT Sport and stuff like that. So there's not just one. With your mobile phone, you've got Vodafone, you've got O2. Do you know, there's EE free. You know, there's a few different providers with your electricity, with your gas. There's multiple choices. Now with the electricity, it used to just be one company in the UK and there was no competition, and they controlled the prices, they controlled that sector. So they introduced more companies, even though all the electric's still coming from the same place. You can change electricity provider, but you don't change your cables. You don't change the framework and the infrastructure that electric's running down. Do you know what I mean? We don't come to everyone's house, oh, you're going from British Gas to Norweb, mate. Yeah, we're just going to rip all the cables out your garden and put Norwebs in. Don't see that happening, do you? Because they all use the same pathways and the same framework and infrastructure to run that electric, and it's the same with the gas, it's the same with the water. But there's more than one provider and there's more than one choice. It allows healthy competition. The IBM network being an enclosed network, and if it was to force everyone to use XLM, that is not healthy competition. The interledger protocol is not designed to force people to use XRP. It's designed to give them a choice from multiple assets. XRP being the best one on paper. You know what I mean? And you can look, you can say, oh, well, just because it's the best on paper doesn't mean people are going to use it, and fair enough. A lot of institutions in the Western world, I'd imagine, would be willing to use IBMs as well as other people's, as long as there's an interoperability protocol that still connects networks. They won't mind being within a certain network, but I'm betting money. I will bet anyone money on it. There's an institution or bank in Russia that won't want to join IBM. There's one in China that won't want to join IBM. Iran and Middle East. Some Africans who are about to be banked on a random BAB app or something like that, they don't really need to join IBM. So not everyone's going to be on IBM, are they? And even like Ripple team says, the world will never agree on one ledger. They can't already, and that's why we have some of the problems we have. And that's why they introduce healthy competition. So for IBM to push a level playing field on their network, they need to introduce more cross-currency and cross-border assets than XLM. And it even says in the documentation and that I was looking at last night, again shared on Instagram, you can read it, the two institutions will choose the bridge together. Boom, we'll have that one. Which then brings me back to what happens when it's not a man sat at a desk or a woman sat at a desk. What happens when it's just a machine that's just been programmed to go out and get the fastest, cheapest option, which again, as far as we're all aware, unless we're being lied to, is XRP. So it's not even in the fact of being lied to, it's if they're lying to each other just to, because it's their documents, not ours. So what I mean, so at the end of the day, we've seen all the documents and we're not seeing it say Stellar that much. We're not seeing it say XLM that much. We're seeing Ripple everywhere, we're seeing XRP everywhere. So fill a little bag with XLM if you want. It might end up quite valuable liquidity pool in the future. Who knows? Who knows? My money's still on XRP because of machine-to-machine payments, the Internet of Things. Again, check the Instagram for another little post of that last night in pictures about a smart house and purchasing a smart house in the future over the Internet of Things. So imagine we pull up to a house, like, oh, I like that house, and there's a little out shed outside for viewing. Or you have HoloLens or something, you walk up and you fancy having a look at this. You don't need to go in, you get a virtual tour through your HoloLens or in the shed, and it's like a little virtual room, and you're looking about the house and you can walk and you view the house. You're like, do you know what, yeah, I'm having this. And before you're even in it, you decide to buy it. So you just push a button, put your phone there, your chip there, your little ring that's got the chip in it, whatever, your watch, whatever you're using for near field connection at that point, you put that to it, goes through to the estate agent, the letter, the retailer, whatever you want to call it. Bish bash bosh, you've done the payment, it's out of your bank or your app instantly through Interledger Protocol API, and Internet of Things manage it on a back end through smart contracts. Within 10 minutes, the codes to get in the door are sent to your phone, your devices, they're instantly embedded within your near field connection chip in your hand, the ring on your finger, the one in your phone, your watch. You put that to the door of the house, the smart lock opens the door. You have an AI inside greeting you. Hello, Scott, welcome to your new house. Because that's how she's going to talk in my house. Hello, Scott, did you have a nice day? Would you like me to run you a bath, Scott? So yeah, you walk in, lights on, because of the time of day. It's got the photocells, it knows it's night and it knows a person's just walked in the room. Boom, your TV on, bush on, micro, cup. Go and check the Instagram post because it was worded a little better. There was actually a typo on the article, so I had to edit it a little bit. But yeah, imagine like you're getting undressed, your TV can turn off, the sound of your voice, lights, all paying for energy themselves over the Internet of Things. Getting undressed while your bath's running. The bathroom knows you want a bath, so you're walking towards the bathroom and the shower just starts running, just in case you wanted a little pre-shower before you drop in. The bay might be ridiculously dirty after the game of footy, you don't want to sit in the mud, so you just like, yo, get that mud off there, cheers, shower off, boom. And then we get on to what I was saying the other day about Alexa, book me an haircut, Alexa, book the cinema, Alexa, I need an Uber, it's 20 minutes. The future's almost here, people. XRP versus XLM. My money's on XRP all the way, but I'm not going to say XLM isn't going to gain in the... Clearly, there's people joining a network that are going to use it for cross-border payments. What they're going to use when they come out of that network to another network. All the people who won't or can't use IBM's network. What happens then? It goes into Ledger Protocol, and highly likely, machine to machine, especially, will pick XRP. So I don't really, can't really say much more. 9 minutes 40 odd. Got Security Plus coming up. I don't think I'm dodgy. But yeah, just again, same as yesterday. Don't really worry when these other networks come out, because they still need a bridge between the networks. It's interesting, XLM, but live long and hodl.